Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. It's for you singles. Who is your next relationship? In fact, some of you could have already met this person, but you might not be aware of it yet. Some of you might be aware of it too. But singles, who's your next relationship? Let's find out all about that. So I've made 3 readings here, the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each one of them, as usual, has a deeper dive to it. So an extended reading that goes with this, in which I'll go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, whether there's something for you to heal, something that you need to know about now, changes that you need to make to be ready for this person, how to get prepared. And also guidance in this relationship as well, what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, the dynamics so that you can make this work really well. Also, how this might all go down, how you might come into each other's lives, or how the changes might happen for you getting together, and also timelines and all that as well. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, each of these readings, there's going to be a link that pops up there to get that deeper dive. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments box below this video, where you will also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So what you need to do right now is to take your pick. Which one do you want? Would you like the crystal, rose quartz? Or would you like the flower? It's huge and it's heavy too. Would you like the shell? Snail shell. Take your pick right now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there and leave a comment as well. Really helps my channel out when you do that. And thank you to all of my subscribers. Your support is very much appreciated, as is you watching this as well. But if you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do 3 pick a card reads a week or thereabouts, and a daily energy update as well for all signs. And also I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, which I'd love to see you in. In that show I do channeling for the collective, whatever lesson that our guys want to let us know about. But I also do mini reads as well, so if you would like to try me out and get a mini read from me, come along to Psychic Cafe. It's by donations there. So take your pick right now, and I will see you in your reading. If you chose the crystal, then this one's for you. Let's find out who's coming in. Singles, who is coming in? So who's your next partner? Who's coming into your life now? Let's find out all about them. Now, as always, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. In that deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you. Guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, whether you're preparing for this person to come in, if there's something that you need to change or heal, change your mind about, put yourself out of your comfort zone, whatever the guidance is for you right now. And also guidance for you in this relationship, this one that we're about to talk about now. What you need to know about them, what you need to know about yourself, the dynamics of it, and how it all might go down as well, how they might come in, and timelines of all of that. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments box below as well. So let's find out about them. Singles. Well, this is a good start. Crystals. To dance with joy. It's a joyful person. It's going to make you very happy. So what's coming in? That's a good start. Let's find out more. Tell us about who this new person is that's coming into Crystal's lives. Their next person. Next relationship. Well, that's a lot. A magic maker. So there's some magic going to happen when this person comes in. Adventurous as well. They're adventurous. They're magic. They're a manifester. And they've got great focus as well. So what I'm getting from this is that they're going to focus on you. There's going to be a healthy focus on you here. Now, we always attract what we're being with ourselves, right? And so this is going to come in when you've got a healthy focus on yourself, for someone to match that too. This is really interesting energies that I'm picking up on here. So this person is someone, it's a manifestor, it's someone that likes to manifest things in their lives, it's a go-getter, someone that has adventures. They're going to be very focused on you. That's a nice start. Tell us more. Let's get one of these out. Tell us more about the next relationship for our singles here. There's too many. Let's go again. Tell us more. Sanctuary. You'll just feel very, very at peace with this person. I mean, they're going to make you feel secure. Yeah, a sanctuary. They're going to feel like home to you. You're going to feel very secure with them. Someone who has similar outlook to you as well. They fought the same battles. My eyes have been drawn up to the top of the card there. They've fought very similar battles to you, and they've had similar kind of hardships as you in their life. They've come through that. It is kind of exciting energy there, but they're going to feel like home to you, which is great. Let's put that there. Let's find out more with the tarot. Tell us about them. Crystal's person that's coming in. The next relationship. Right. This signifies they're out looking at the moment. They are looking for a partner. They're single, ready to mingle kind of thing. And this is what they're looking for. And when they find it, they're going to move fast in there. So they're looking for the Queen of Wands. So they're looking for someone who is adventurous. Someone who is that same kind of an energy. Someone that's ready as well. Because they know what they want, right? The Queen of Wands energy is knowing what they want. They're both being this energy and they're looking for this energy as well. The Queen of Wands is a go-getter. She knows what she wants and she's going to go after it. And so they have decided what it is that they want in a partner. This seems to be someone who's got to a certain level of self-love to know that they want someone that's like them, someone adventurous, someone with that focus as well. Someone to move forward with here, someone that's balanced as well, says the Chariot. Someone who's found that balance in the life. I'm picking up kind of a mature kind of an energy here. Both getting to a certain stage of your life. So you've reached that king or queen kind of a stage in your life where you know yourself and you've been through your battle. You're not going through your battles at the moment. Of course, we always are, but the big things are out of the way. You know, you've sorted that stuff out in your life already. Reached a certain stage and then coming together with someone new who has done the same as well. That knows what they want. So this isn't someone who's just like going for someone that they're attracted to, blindly getting into a relationship and seeing where it goes. That teenage or 20s kind of an energy that some people just keep for the rest of their lives instead of maturing out of that. This is someone who, when they come across you, they'll know exactly, you know, they'll see you, they'll get to know you, they will know exactly that you're what they want, so they'll know that you're a match to that when they get to know you. Chicken's being curious. Knight of Swords. So there's that rushing in energy. They're going to recognize your energy when they meet you, but they'll get to know you, you know, because they're not coming across as a crazy person who'll just dive in there and presume that you are what they hope that you are, presume that you're the Queen of Wands. They're going to get to know you, but there is going to be this hell yeah, let's go kind of an energy when they do. What else? Seven of Swords. Interesting that this card came out because I just finished a Psychic Cafe. And this card came out, not this particular one because I didn't use this deck in there, but from another deck. And the message was clear and it's coming up again. Is that when you meet this person, there's going to be one final self-deception to confront. There's going to be a fear that comes up and there's going to be something that's flown under the radar in yourself. Now, you've probably done a lot of healing work on yourself, but there's this one thing that you haven't yet. You haven't seen it yet. And when you meet this person, it's going to come up. A one final thing. And for them too. One final thing to do. So they feel totally ready, right? But no, there's one final thing. There's one final hurdle. It's an inner kind of a hurdle though. It's a belief about yourself or something like that. So of course, you know, especially when something good comes in, fears come up. Fears always come up. Let's get one more out. Knight of Pentacles. So that's going to slow it down. That's going to slow it down, says the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to take things slowly. And that's good. That means that it's going to take a healthy pace. Right. So you're almost ready. Or you're going to be almost ready in that deeper dive, we'll get you ready for it. But you're going to be almost ready. And it's right and divine timing that you come into each other's lives when you're almost ready in this way. You're going to feel completely ready. And that's a good thing, because that shows that you're being self-loving. In the moment now, you feel completely ready for something. That means that you are feeling like you're enough for it. And that's great. But there will be one more thing, which divinely comes along to slow you both down, to give you a little bit of fear so that you don't dash into it like this Chariot and the Knight of Swords, so that there's a slowing down so that you can build on solid foundations here. Queen of Wands and the Chariot, tell us about this. They know what they want. There you go. They're looking for commitment here. And that's how they know. They know what kind of person they can commit to. Even though they've not met you yet, they know what kind of person that they can commit to. And so they know what they're looking for. Certain about that. This isn't someone that is dating a lot, or, like I said, not someone that's just getting into relationships because they're attracted to them and then finding out that they're not who they want. This is someone who's going to take the time and get to know someone first, because they know exactly what it is that they want. And so the more they get to know you, the more they'll be like, yep, crystal is what I'm looking for. You're going to hit it off when you meet. You're going to have so much in common, you see. You're going to hit it off when you meet. What's behind that is anger and changes. Wow. Wow. So your person was in a relationship before, maybe is in a relationship now, if we're talking about this person coming into your future, and didn't necessarily make a great decision. They made a good decision for themselves back then, but they've learned who they are now and they know what it is that they want. So they've really grown into themselves, this person. And so much so that the changes that they've made in themselves, you know, it's caused the relationship that they're currently in, or the one that they've just left behind, or a significant relationship that they've left behind. It doesn't have to be that they've just left it behind. But the changes that they're making, it's almost like they stayed in a relationship so long that it made them angry, because it really wasn't them at all. So your person has got a past here, and really quite a contentious kind of a relationship in the past. Trouble. There's trouble there. They left it so long. They were growing and changing in themselves, but they stuck with that relationship so long. So this is a tenacious person. Maybe too much so. Stayed in there too long, to the point of anger, you know, like if we don't respond to our guidance when things aren't even that bad yet, but we know, we're seeing red flags, we're realizing it's not for us. If we don't respond to it, then it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And sometimes we can stick with things until they really make us angry, until we really hate them. And so this could be a sign of someone who is too tenacious. It's someone that holds on in there. That can be a great thing, but of course there's always a negative expression of everything. It's a positive expression of everything and a negative expression of everything. Your person's are on the side of the negative expression of that. Maybe they're learning about that now. We'll find out in the deeper dive. But it's not a good sign, hey, that someone will put up with things and not express that in early days. That could cause problems in your relationship with them. Someone's knocking on something. What's this Knight of Swords about? Knight of Swords. I wonder if you can hear that, or if it's just me. I know sometimes when I can hear things, you can't necessarily hear them on the microphone. That is pretty loud though. Knight of Swords. Why the Knight of Swords? Oh, nice. It's 8 of material, so the work that you've put in, the work that you've put in on yourselves, and that they've put in their life. They know what they want. They know what they want, and this is the rewards coming from that work that you've put in, both of you. That's why this rushing energy. That's why they're going to want to make that offer. And don't get them wrong here, because I'm getting that when they come in, it could feel very full on at first because they're a yes to you. And that might make you feel like they're a player, but they're not. It's just because they just haven't met anyone like you that matches what it is that they want. And so when they do, they're going to come in strong. But then I feel that something's both going to come up for you both that causes you to withdraw a little bit, to slow down, not to withdraw, but withdraw a little bit, yeah, to slow it right down. But this is a really good sign, the Eight of Materials. So it's your reward for the work that you've been putting in, both of you. So this is someone, like I was picking up, someone that has been doing that inner work. They're going to make you very happy, to dance with joy even. Transformation. This is the work. The transformation that you've both been through. Like I was getting from this card, you've been through similar battles. You've had similar things come up in your life that you've had to process and go through. You've had to connect with your inner strength in similar kind of ways. So you're going to recognize that in each other's energy. Not necessarily like in your initial conversations with each other, bringing that up. Like, this is all the crap that I've been through in my life. How about you? But you're just going to recognize it in each other's energy. There's a wisdom that you've both got here, that you've gained through your life. You've put the work in, that transformation work in, and you're going to recognize it somehow in each other. So you could both come across as emotionally stable people and balanced people. And, we just can't get that, can we, unless we've been through our stuff and we've healed to a certain point to find that balance. You're going to recognize that in each other. Tell us about this Seven of Swords, though. What's this thing that's going to come up? The self-deception that's going to come up, the thing that's been flying underneath the radar, the thing that's going to cause you to fear each other in a way. What is this? Is it you? It could have been that. The Three of Inspiration about setting off on a new chapter. So it could feel like a complete life change. It could be that. The Two of Emotions and the Two of Materials. Yeah, it is. It's the new chapter. It's a fear of the new chapter. It's a fear of giving that love offer, the Two of Emotions. It is a really big love offer. Two of Materials, balancing things up. Oh, so you both got a little bit too balanced here. You've done the work. You've transformed. And then you've got yourself to a place of stability, happy with yourselves and your lives. Is it safe to let someone in and rock that boat? Because this is a big offer. This is a big love offer. Two of Emotions. It's going to be a big relationship, this. And so then you're like weighing it up. What will I lose? This is what I've been asking for, but now I'm in this place of happiness and self-love, and I've found myself. I'm kind of in a happy place now. So this is a little bit of fear to overcome at the end. Like the end of the single life kind of thing. It's going to slow you both down, that trepidation. It's almost like you get to know each other and you're hell yes, and that's when the fear sets in, and it's like, this is it. This is the rest of my life, or it could be. This is a big deal. And just that, the weight of that choice slows you both right down. You better make sure that this is the right decision. It seems very healthy to do that, So when you go through that, don't trip yourself out about it. It's healthy to slow things down. What's behind that? Grounding. You need to ground yourself. Yeah, so I do feel like it's going to be like you come together and it's going to be hell yes from both of you, and you're going to want to dive on in there, right? The Knight of Swords and the Chariot. And that's great. But then there's going to be this fear that kicks in that gets you to ground yourself. It's like the universe steps in and says, hold up, you two, this is important. Slow it right down and ground yourselves first. Don't lose your balance that you've both created in your lives here. Don't lose it. Ground yourselves. So you slow things right down then. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Tell us why the Knight of Pentacles is here. Changing mind about it. What if I change my mind? It's all go here, but What if I change my mind? What if I find out it all seems to be positive, they're not showing me any red flags? Am I making this up? I've been in my imagination in the past. I've had my rose-tinted spectacles on in the past, thought that someone was ideal for me, thought that someone was my twin flame and my soulmate. Am I making it up? So it could all be all kinds of things like this. And you're like, I need to look at it from a different perspective. I might change my mind. What if I change my mind? What if I fall out of love with them? What if? It's scary, isn't it? So you slow things right down to gain some kind of a balanced perspective on it all. The Tower on the bottom of the deck there, but it didn't come out. What's behind this? Knight of Pentacles and the Hanged Muse. It's fears. It's fears coming up here, but it does feel like it's right for you to slow down here and address these issues that are coming up. Oh, it's about the masculine energy. So you've got fear around the masculine energy there. What if they're catfishing? What if they're making it up? What if they're just like a narcissist that is like picking it out of my energy and then mirroring that back to me and pretending that they're my ideal? This person seems like your ideal, and that could be scary in itself. If you've ever had a narcissist that do that, and that's what they do too, they collect information on you, mirror it back to you. So they choose people that have got a lack of self-love. They mirror back to them what they are, the great things about themselves. They're not that. The narcissist isn't that, but they can pretend to be that because they see it in you. You fall in love with them because really you should be loving those things in yourself. And you think it's just incredible when you see it in someone else and you're not realizing you're the one with those true aspects, not them. They're just pretending. So you've experienced that probably. Now, how do you know then that this person isn't that? How do you know if this person is straight up and this is actually who they are? Well, if you've been doing that self-love work, you're not going to be susceptible to someone like that. If you are already embracing those amazing qualities that you've got yourself, when you see it in someone else, it can't be a narcissist then, right? Well, I mean, it could be a narcissist, but hopefully you'll spot the narcissist by then. You won't be in seek. You're not coming up as an energy, and certainly they're not, of seeking validation, of seeking, of attention seeking from someone. So when you're loving yourself, you're not feeling so starved of love that you will just take any kind of attention from someone as love and go with it. That's how you get involved with a narcissist. Anyway, there's a reason to slow things down, and it's fear coming up here. It's on both sides, so all is well. Tell us more. Who's this person that's coming into your life? Tell us more about them. Friendship. I do feel like this is what is going to happen. It's going to be full on at first, a lot of attraction, and then this brakes slam on. And then it turns into a friendship. It develops as a friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. It helpfully gets the brakes put on here, and for it to be friendship first. I'll get into the details and the deeper dive of how it's actually going to happen, like how you're going to meet and all of that kind of stuff. The end of a tough cycle approaches, so it's going to be a lot easier. Yes, of course, it's real life. There's going to be challenges. The healing work is never done kind of thing, but it gets easier and easier. So the tough bits are out of the way. That's what I was getting, like from this, the battles that you've been through, the tough stuff is out of the way. This is, especially for those of you that have been doing a lot of the inner work, the tough stuff is out of the way. End of a tough cycle approaches. So this is kind of your reward at the end of all of that work you've been doing. It already says it here with that 8 of materials. So you've got a reward coming in this person. They're going to make you very happy. You'll be very focused on you. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. So there is going to be this letting go and having to go with the flow with this person. It's really going to slow down is what I'm hearing. And you might have an ego reaction to that slowing down, and not want it to slow down and all of that, but just know it's a healthy thing when it does, and don't trip yourself out about that. Release it and go with the flow. Allow it to be slowly here. You know, our insecurities want us to speed things up, want us to grab onto things, to people, and make it happen. But it needs time, and it takes time, right? It's got to be friendship first. And there's also time to heal as well. Yeah, that's why this one last thing comes up, this one last deception. There's something more to heal. You're not entirely ready yet. And it seems like this one thing that you need to heal, both of you, can only come up once you are ready to get into a relationship, because it's the relationship or the possibility of the relationship that brings it up within you. You know, there's a lot of internal work that we can do alone by ourselves, and that healing work, and it's great, and the self-love stuff. But there's only so much we can do. There's some things that only can come up in relationships, right? Because it's about relating to someone else. And I feel that that's what it is that's coming up next for you in this. Now, got the runner here. And so it's going to appear like this. If you've experienced this before, it's going to appear like they run away. It appears like they're running in and then they're running away. And your ego is going to have a hard time with that. So it could cause you to shut down. You're going to have a response to it, right? You're going to have an emotional response to that. To them slowing things down. Or you slowing things down. However it happens, there's going to be a response to that. You could, like, because of previous experiences and that runner kind of an energy that you've experienced in the past, it could make you think, oh, it's this one in the same of this, and they're just like the rest, and close your heart down. It could cause you to do that. That could be what it is that you're having to take time to heal, to sort out. Tell us more. These. You've got endless possibilities. So it really is, this relationship is going to open the doors wide to endless possibilities. You're going to see a great future with this person. They're going to see a great future with you as well. Yeah, you're going to see a great future with each other, seeing beyond your current circumstances. And so when you meet this person, you probably know what it is that you want, but you've had this kind of a limited imaginings of what it is that you want, of how it can be, of how good it can be. They come into your life, and it's really going to allow you to see endless possibilities beyond what you thought was your best case scenario relationship kind of thing. True intimacy. So it's going to be very, very connected. You know how I said they're going to feel like home to you? It's a friendship. Yeah, a very close friendship first. Well, not first. It's initial attraction first. Then it slows down to be a very close friendship, very intimate, sharing things with each other. I feel like you might be able to read each other, intuitively read each other as well. But just be careful of that as well, because if you have been a rose-tinted spectacles kind of a person, someone that sees the best in people, falls in love with people's potential rather than who they're being, just be careful of that. You know? Someone who has got that going on can watch readings like this and claim it as theirs when they haven't actually done the work. That's dangerous. That's when you can get into a relationship with a narcissist or an abuser, because you're not seeing it clearly, you know. So just careful of that. With any kind of a reading, be careful of that. You know, it's interesting because people watch these and then it's like, yes, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. And then they might get a private reading and it's not. The private reading is very different, and it's not what they want to hear a lot of the time. And so, but I have to say it as it is, as the energy is. And so, yeah. Anyway, this relationship is going to give you both clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. Okay, especially when matters are unclear. right? So there's something about this relationship then that's unclear about it. There's a lack of clarity there. For some of you, it's about the past, this anger. You could be picking that up. They could still be in a relationship or still not cleanly out of that relationship yet, and you could just feel that this person hasn't found their true balance yet. Energy there. That could cause it to be unclear. Similar in you as well. There might be things that you haven't let go of properly that are making things unclear for you. It could be around physical circumstances. There might be something that makes you feel this isn't all unfolding perfectly. There's something that isn't clear here, and it's almost like the universe is saying no, that it's not working out perfectly, it's not going with the flow here. I think a lot of things will flow, but there's one thing that you need clarity on first, and so this person does have a healing effect on your life as well, to get over that one impediment that's left. Of course there's going to be more, but there's one impediment to you getting into a relationship, and that's going to be revealed. And I'm hearing that isn't going to be revealed in the deeper dive. It's not anything that you can figure out by yourself. It only comes along when you're trying to get into a relationship. So you have to wait for it to happen. There you go, chicken. Okay. Well, let's get a message from their heart to your heart. What does their heart want to say to your heart? And then we'll get into that deeper dive if you want to join me there. There's some advice on all of this to get you ready for it. How it's all going to go down. What you need to know about them as well. The dynamics of this relationship. And yourself. We'll get into all of that and do possible timelines in there as well. Their heart wants to say to your heart, the heart of the matter, there's more going on that meets the eye. They're going to keep things secret. There is something unclear here, and it very well could have something to do with this, the anger. They don't want you to see that. They want to protect you from that. So they're going to protect you from something that is going on in their lives. They don't even want you to know about it. That there's something that they're leaving behind and they're coming through. They don't want to bring it into their life, and so they're not going to want to reveal it to you. And so when you talk to them, you might feel like they're holding something back. There's something that they're not telling you. There's something about the past that they're not happy about. They don't want to bring it into the future. So they're very much in denial about something too. I do feel that that's what their thing is. Now yours is going to be different than that. And they say, appreciate this moment. I feel like your person can't move forward. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. But they're up for that. They're up for the growth, you know. They're up for that. So this isn't someone that's going to shy away from those lessons. It's not someone that's just going to give up and, you know, the slightest thing. They've done the work, the inner work, to get themselves to this point. And so you've got someone that works on themselves here. But there is something for them still to deal with. There is. So there you go. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be your story. You might want to get that deeper dive. I'll put a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments as well. You need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. And that email might end up in your inbox, but it might also end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. In that email, there'll be a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You click on that crystal, and that will have you download a PDF. In that PDF, there's a picture of the video, and you click on that picture and that will take you to the video and you can watch it straight away. So that's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. Did I say that already? I'm not sure. And so there you go. Don't forget to click like on this video. Click that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me when I go live in Psychic Cafe 3 times a week. My daily energy updates on the 3 pick a card reads that I do each week, or thereabouts. 3 tops. And yeah. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. Good luck with your love life. And if you're coming along with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you very shortly in there. Bye. Flowers. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Let's find out Who is coming into your life? Singles, who's coming into your life? Let's see. Now, as always, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find like it is your story, if you think that it is your story, could be your story, you might want to get that, because in that deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So whether there's something to heal or change, or something to do. Guidance for you now, also guidance for you in this relationship. So once you get into this relationship, I'm going to talk about now what you need to know about that yourself, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might go down, how they might come into your life, all the circumstances around that, and possible timelines for all of that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description and in the comments as well for this video. So let's get into it. Tell us about this person that is coming into Flower's life next. For the singles, for our single flowers. Oh, okay. You have time to restore and leave behind what is no longer you. This is someone who has been keeping to themselves. Kind of like a hermit. They have been restoring themselves, healing, leaving behind their past. This is someone who's got kind of weirdo energy, weirdo vibe about them. When you first meet them, you could be like, what's up with them? What's wrong with them? Kind of thing. You can tell that they're holding something back, or that they're being they're not like open-hearted, gregarious kind of open page like that. They're not. They're going to be quite protective of themselves. And when we meet people that are quite protective of themselves, we feel that in their energy, and we're like, what's up with them? That it's that kind of a person here. Not necessarily a bad thing, you know. It could just be someone that's heavily in that stage of healing themselves and knowing that they need to take good care of themselves, which is a good thing, right? We're doing the self-love thing. You could be doing that too at the moment. Tell us more. Who's coming into Flower's life? I'm going to take all of them. The first one that came out is the soulmates card. So is your soulmate? How interesting. And you also have cozy home, someone that makes you feel like home. Night magic. It's going to happen when you least expect it, is what I'm getting there. That night magic card, this one, it can be about things happening in the night, but it's like the moon energy. It's things happening when you least expect them, or in a place that you least expect it as well. You're going to meet this person in a place that you're not going to expect to meet somebody. The threshold suggests that it's going to happen soon as well. Going to the timings in that deeper dive, but yeah. Oh, it's your soulmate though. Well, which could mean that it's someone that's here to give you a lesson. Let's find out more. Oh, let's get one of these out first. Tell us more. Tell us more about this person that's coming into Flower's life. Who's coming into your life? It's a quiet person. They're kind of hard to read in their energy. Compassion. They've got a lot of compassion. They love unconditionally. This has hurt them before. They've loved unconditionally and it's caused trouble for them. Maybe you too. And joy, embrace the blessing of life. So again, I'm getting like, why would this card give me a hermit vibe? I don't know, because look at the picture there. But straight away, I was just drawn to that swan. But it's, I don't know how I got there from looking at this card, but I did get there. You know that hermit kind of an energy when you imagine a man living in a little hut in the forest and he's got like a goose or he's got a goat. That kind of an energy. They make themselves happy. It's almost like your person comes across as kind of weird because they live in a little hut in the forest doing their thing. They've made themselves a happy life, but all they've got is a goat and a goose. It's something like that. Everyone thinks they're weird, but I don't think you will, because they've got this joy about them. They might not have a lot of material comforts or anything like that, but they've made themselves happy. They've been through stuff, they've let stuff go, this person. And they've got a lot of compassion. Like I said, them loving unconditionally has got them into trouble in the past. It's got them in unhealthy relationships. They could look unconventional as well. They've certainly been through quite a transition in their lives. I feel like things will have hit the fan for them in a big way, and they've pulled away from everything in their life, changed everything, and really downsized everything kind of thing, got rid of everything. Got down to the bare essentials in their life to create a happy life for themselves, to ask themselves what is really important. And where from there, I don't know. Tell us more. Tell us more about this person. They've got intriguing energy, and like I said, they're particularly hard to read because they've got a wariness to open up. But yeah, this is someone who has a very good and loving heart, and it's caused trouble for them. They've got a beautiful soul, this person, but they have been through it because of that. So they've experienced the negative aspects of that, of being so open-hearted, and they've had to, like we all do, we've had to learn what this world is really like, and that there's people and things in this world that aren't great for us, and that they've learned the hard way. But they do feel to me to be at that stage where they're kind of ready to, on the threshold, ready to add to their lives. They've let go of a lot in their lives, and I feel like they're ready to add something to their lives. Whether that's adding a relationship or not is something else. They might be ready to open up and have friends in their life. They might be ready to open up and work again. They might not have been working for a while. They could have literally been living in a hut in the forest. Yeah. High Priestess is out first, so very much connected with their intuition, living by their intuition here. It's someone that's going with the flow. It could be someone that's living a kind of a self-imposed monastic kind of life, meditating a lot and all of that, very much living in the flow, very basic kind of life. Could be growing their own veggies and stuff like that. Tell us more. How do I get that from the High Priestess? Growing their own veggies. High Priestess, grow their own vegetables. Six of Pentacles. They've got a lot to give. Isn't this interesting? Because this person doesn't appear to have very much at all. But they do. On paper, they look like they don't have very much to give. But they've got a hell of a lot to give. The reciprocal energy, they've got a lot to give this person. But it's not in the bank account, and it's not in the house, and it's not that stuff. It's not the material stuff that they've got to give. It's possibly not what you're looking for anyway. Although balance is kind of nice, your person's coming across as going through that stage. I mean, it feels like similar. I don't think I've ever been in this energy personally myself, but when I was 30, I gave up my marriage and my job and my house, and I gave up everything and moved to Australia. It's that kind of an energy, because I wanted to start again, and I wanted to be myself. Like, I'd got to know myself, and I knew I should have my own business. And so I moved to Australia and started my own business. I started from the ground up as a much richer person inside. But then there was a hell of a lot that came after that, you know, to grow into, to get myself balanced and really self-loving. Your person is in that stage of having let go of their, maybe job, marriage, all of that kind of thing. Paring it all down to really know themselves so that they're ready to build up a life. I've got a lot to give anyway. Wow, 6 of Cups. It's a soulmate card, the twin flame card. You're going to feel an immediate connection with this person when you meet. Very deep connection. You've had past lives together. Some of you have met this person before. Maybe a long time ago. No romantic connection then. You might not even recognize them. Their appearance is different, considerably different, and you might be like, oh my God, can you be the same person as this person I went to school with, or used to live next door to me, or whatever? A lot has changed. I'm getting goosebumps with that. A lot has changed. Wow, you wouldn't have even been interested in this person before, and you weren't. If you have met them before, for those of you that haven't met them before, you wouldn't have even been interested in this person. And you definitely weren't interested in this person. Who they were, this person has gone through a profound transformation. Everything has changed. It feels to me like you might just be catching someone at the right time to build a life with them. Having gone through this transition and done a lot of that work in themselves, yet not come out the other end of that and started building a life for themselves or with someone else. They're on this verge of being ready to add to their lives now. Now the High Priestess is out with Temperance. So what I was saying there is like the very tuned in, going with the flow, very patient. They might be ready for something new to come into their life, but they're not in any kind of a rush. So this isn't someone that's going to rush into that. This isn't someone like, oh, I'm ready for something new in my life. Let's go on a dating app and start dating. It's not at all that. They're just like, maybe I'm ready for some change in my life, not pushing it. They're patient about that. These are beautiful cards. Look how much healing energy is out here. Look how many greens are on the table. Healing energy. Oh, of course it came out. Healing energy and discernment. So they're going to be very discerning. They've learned the lesson from the past. Yes, they're going to be discerning. So taking things slowly. Yeah, your person is done a lot of healing, and they are wary of opening up just to anything and anybody. I don't feel like your person is ready for a relationship. I don't think that that's what they're thinking. They're just ready for a change. They're ready to add something into their life. But they're not just going to choose anything. Like, you would know that. If you've been through that, any kind of a cycle like this, and I think everyone has, haven't they? Where you let go of stuff. Like, you might not have done it as drastically as I did. Like, leaving your marriage, your job, everything. Your house, everything. And move to the other side of the planet. And do something completely different. But you might have had it to some respect. We've all left jobs or whatever, And so you've experienced that. When you've been through something like that, when you've had a bit of letting go to do, you're more wary about what you let into your life then. You make better decisions for yourself, right? There's the 7 of Emotions out, as I say that. Why the 6 of Pentacles? Got a lot to give. Not on paper. But they do have a lot to give. Ace of Inspiration and the Priestess again with the Priestess. What is this? Ace of Inspiration. They can give you a great new start, that's for sure. Like I said, it feels like you're going to catch this person just as they've come through the gnarly part of a big transformation, just as they're ready to open up into something new in their life. And you catch them right at that point where they're ready for like a fresh start, and then you can build something with them. It's ideal timing here. They're very tuned into their intuition as well, with that High Priestess coming out again. And so they're going to be going with the flow. In other words, this isn't someone you're going to have to try really hard with. You meet them and then you've got to persuade them to be in a relationship with you, because they are tuned into their intuition. So it's not going to be difficult. I mean, they're going to intuitively know to open up to you. I don't think you'll have any issues about jealousy or anything like that. If you've suffered with that before, you know, wondering whether someone's off with anyone else, like literally no, you're not doing anything else or anyone else. Letting go is behind that. They've let go of a lot. And that's why they have so much to offer. They've let burdens go. They've let so much go. That's why they have so much to offer for this new start. Starting again. It's great. So even though this person doesn't have the material wealth or anything like that, they've got so much because of the letting go that they've done. You know, so much can come from that. Six of Cups. Tell us about the Six of Cups here. So this is the Soulmate Twin Flame card for me as a reader. And like whenever I see this card, sometimes they tell me it's about other things. It can be about reminiscing and all kinds of things. But when my guides want to give me the message that this is about soulmate twin flame, then they give me that card. The Five of Pentacles has come up with that, the Five of Materials. You've really both been through a dark night of the soul, is what it feels like here. And felt left out from that. You might have been calling out, both of you, for your soulmate for many, many years and never found each other. You weren't ready. Neither of you were ready. So you've obviously both had to have been through a lot in your lives to get to this point that you're in now. But there's this, like, where the hell have you been? Kind of an energy. There's an angst here of, why do I have to go through all of this alone? Both of you. It's been hard for you both. Life has been hard for you both. There's an annoyance with each other on a soul kind of a level. Not that our souls are annoyed. Our higher selves aren't. They see the big picture of it all. But on a human level, there's annoyance with each other that we're like, why didn't you come into my life sooner? Things could have been a lot easier. But we don't necessarily want that at a soul level. We want to learn and we want to grow. Your person wouldn't be the person that they are without going through all of that stuff and healing themselves. And you wouldn't be the person that you are without going through all of that too. In other words, you wouldn't have been right for each other unless you'd been through all of that. You know how it's getting like they've changed just so completely? Like you wouldn't even recognize them if you've met this person before. You would seriously be saying like, do I know you? And then they tell you who they are and you're like, well, I remember that person, that's not you. I'm like, yeah, but I've changed. One time, this was ages ago, I was walking through town and this guy came up to me like he knew me, all smiles and happy to see me, and says, Claire. I was like, I didn't say like, who are you? But I've obviously like completely bewildered, because I just knew I don't know this person. It wasn't a I've forgotten them or anything. It's like it was a clear, I do not know this person. Like totally bewildered. But they obviously knew me. I'm like, how can this be? And I'm getting a similar kind of vibe here. It came up to me, and he must have been used to that kind of a reception to him. Because seriously, when he said, I can't even remember his name now. I used to live next door to you. Like, yeah, I used to live next door. He was huge before, and there was this thin guy. I didn't recognize him, because he looked completely different. His face, he was a slim person now. I was like, whoa, it's you. Far out. Incredible. But I'm getting a similar vibe about your person here, is that they've changed just so much. People wouldn't recognize them. This is someone that could start a new life in the same place and people wouldn't know who it was. But you both felt left out in this. What's behind this? Unlimited possibilities. Like I said, you come together now after everything that you've been through and after everything that they've been through, and it's built who you are now, and then you've got the unlimited possibilities. Feminine energy there as well. And so they could have been, your person could be a masculine, and whatever they've been through, they're more into the feminine, more of a balanced energy now. You are only just becoming available to receive this kind of an energy, so you wouldn't have been open to this energy. Likewise, they wouldn't have been open to you energy as well, without you going through all of those things. So that whole like, where have you been my whole life? Like, why weren't you with me? I'm getting an anger. I'm getting like, you could have a fight when you first get together, when you realize your soulmates, your twin flames. You're like, where the hell have you been? You've both struggled in life here. The world, why the world? Massive change. 3 of materials. Who they were, who they connected with, who they used to hang around with, who they worked with, who they made plans with. The people that they were involved with, they're just not anymore. They're not. And that's like the major change, the major shift in them. So if you knew this person before, what they were going along with, who they were around, had a big impact on their lives, made them kind of into who they are. They've pulled away from all of that and become who they really are now, and you won't even recognize them. If you've never met this person before, when you meet, when they explain about their past, they will say that to you. You wouldn't have even recognized me. They might even show you pictures, but they probably don't have pictures of themselves. But if they do, they show you pictures and you wouldn't recognize them at all. And it's very much about the people that are around. So your person could have been around abusive people. They could have had a background like that and very much defined who they were. Stripping illusions is what they've been doing. They were under an illusion of who they were. This could be like a riches to rags kind of a story as well. Your person could have been very wealthy before, born to a wealthy family, and have given all of that up. You certainly wouldn't have been attracted to them in the slightest before. So the stripping illusions of who they thought they were. And it's about the people that were around. So they assumed that they were like that. Or say if the people that were around were abusive, they turned into the victim. And that was an illusion of themselves, and now they stepped into the power because they pulled away from that. There's something about who they were around previously defined who they were in a big way, in a really big way, and they're not that anymore. So something's happened in their life where they had to really confront that, pull away from it, and give everything up to step away from that. Like they've had a major awakening, your person, like spectacular kind of an awakening. It might shock you when they tell you about it. I think it will shock you. Tell us more about this person. Tell us more about this person. Flowers person, tell us more. Look at this, that looks promising. I'm just learning this deck, getting to know it. This says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Your person's been through a lot in life. Some of the stuff that they've been through might shock you, frighten you even. It might make you really question it. You might wonder if there's still that, if there's still a part of them that is that. But when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. This is a person who's gone through a significant awakening. They've woken up to themselves, they've changed everything. It's made them who they are today. Don't expect this person to be who they are in the past. They're certainly not that energy anymore. And it could be quite confronting when they tell you about all of that stuff. It's time to take action. So they are at that point right now where they know something needs to change in their life. They're ready to switch it up again, out of this hermit mode, but just ready for something. They're ready for something. They've pared it all down now to the bare basics, the bare minimum. They're grateful for all of that as well, everything that they've been through. Even though it might, when they tell you about it, you might be like, well, I wouldn't be grateful for that, but I'm grateful for the abuse that I went through. It's made me who I am now, and I wouldn't inflict it on anyone, I wouldn't suggest it for anyone. But they are grateful. They're grateful for the invaluable lessons. This person has quite a life. Some experiences here. They've been through quite something. Something quite incredible. They could write a book about it. Maybe they will. You got a love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Very open-hearted, openly express their love. They will when they're in a relationship. And palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Yeah, well, but you'll know that about this person, that they can handle changes in life, and they're quite willing. This isn't someone who's stubborn and fixed. They might have that in the chart and stuff, but when someone has been through such a major awakening like this, they've got that flexibility and a stability within themselves. Like I said, they don't have anything to offer on paper, but they've got a lot to offer because they've got that stability within themselves. And from that, and you can get anything, right? You don't need to have any money if you've got the stability in yourself. So it's like me now, I've got a stability within myself. I just start another business. If I lost everything, I just do it again because it's all within me to do it. And I feel like, this person has got so much to offer because of that. Tell us more. Tell us more about Flowers person. Well, it's very intriguing. Let it go. Master at letting things go. And it is what it is. And so coming to terms with it. They're a master at letting things go and coming to terms with it. It might surprise you at what they've been through here. And you're like, how can you possibly get over that? It's like, I remember years ago and telling people my story and them saying, you can't be over that. You can't be over that. No one could get over that. I'm like, I am. I'm over it. I'm good about it now. It is what it is. They've come to a place of acceptance of what they've been through. Whew. And they've been through a lot. And there's the compassion card out again. Got a lot of compassion in your person. It's made them who they are now. And isn't it always the way? The people that have been through the worst things that have the most compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born. Oh, Your person could have been quite hard. They could have, like, say, this is just an example, been born to a rich family and being quite ruthless and heartless. And then what they've been through has opened them up to compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. So your person might have been through things that they're not proud of and been in a certain energy that they're not proud of at all, and turning that around completely, or have turned that around completely. Okay. Let's get a message from their heart to your heart. Just finish this up and then we'll get into that deeper dive where I will go into guidance for you to get ready for this person and guidance through this relationship. What else do you need to know about them? How to make this relationship work? Very interesting. That'll be an interesting part of the deeper dive. And also how this might all play out. How are you going to meet? How are you possibly going to meet a hermit? I don't know. We're wandering through the forest and bump into that goat or something. Funny if those cards came out. This is the number 11 card, which suggests that your person could be a twin flame here. Six of Cups energy. So this is the message to your heart from their heart. I love the colours in this. It's such wake up today. Look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realise. Your person's strong. You might not realise how strong you are. They're going to show you. Wow. Your person could blow you away at how amazing they are. And they're going to tell you. You are too. How amazing. So there you go. Wow, flowers. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be your story. You might want to get that deeper dive to get more guidance on all of this. So I'll pop a link for it up there and a link in the description box and in the comments as well. Just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. That email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail promotions. Look for it. You'll find a lot of things in there that you've been missing. And you'll receive in that email, there will be a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. And so just click on the flower and you'll be able to download a PDF. In that PDF will be some description in there, but then there's a picture of a video. Click on that and it will take you to the video to watch that. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video, leave a comment, and click that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do 3 picker cards a week. I do a daily energy update, and I also go live 3 times a week in Psychic Cafe as well. Would love to see you in there. I do mini reads in there and other stuff too. So there you go. Thank you again. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with this relationship. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you very shortly in there. Bye. If you chose the shell, then this one's for you. Let's get into it. Who's coming into your life? Singles? Single shells. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to go into advice for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, whether it's something to heal, something to change, something to go through before you can get into this relationship. I'll go into all of that, and also guidance for you in this relationship as well. What you need to know about them, more that you need to know about them, and about you, and about the dynamics within this relationship. How to make it work really well. And also how this might all go down, how you might come into each other's lives. And along with possible timelines for all of that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the read, there's going to be a link that pops up there. Find a link for that in the description box and in the comments box below as well for this video. So let's get you some cards out and find out about this person that's going to enter your life. Who's coming? Who's coming for shells? It's still a while. And delight. So this is someone that's going to take a slow approach here. When they meet you, they could be like startled. There could be a gap, a period of stillness after you meet, meaning a delay getting together. You could meet them and be like, oh my god, this is my person. Or an extreme attraction, but then nothing happens for a while. They're going to delight you eventually. Eventually. They're going to make you wait for it. Or you're going to make them wait for it. There's some kind of a delay here. Initial attraction, then a period of waiting. So this could be, you could be in the period of waiting. This could be someone you've already met and had that initial attraction. Very unique. Oh, okay. So this is a person, you're very unique. You're not like the rest, shells, and so is your person too. They're very unique too. And you're going to realize it, like there's hardly any people like us. So when you meet this person, you're going to be like, you're right for me. There's something about them. They're not your usual kind of a person here. You could have like unusual hobbies, or just be, you know, not your normal kind of person. It's kind of reminding me of this. This is kind of reminding me of me, because there's not that many. Not that many people that are aligned with me and right for me. I'm unique, and yeah, and all of my friends have said that too. Is like if I ask them, like the friends, they don't like you being single, right, for so long, and so you say, well, I've said to them, well, who's right for me then? Who's on this island that's right for me? And then they think and they go, oh, I don't know anyone. It's like, well, there you go. We're not just going to go out with anyone. They've got to be right for me. But so it's that kind of an energy. So you could have felt like kind of different. You're a unicorn amongst muggles. You could have feel quite different and unique. And so when you meet them, you could get very frustrated because there's going to be an initial attraction and then nothing for a while. Even though you're like, I'll be the one person that's like uniquely right for me, and then it doesn't happen. What sort of this? What fresh hell is this? Anyway, it seems like they are going to delight you in the end. Let's find out more. I wonder what that delay is about. I'm sure they're going to tell us soon. So I am talking about, for your singles, a new person coming in here, but just with that coming out straight away that there's a delay in this union. For you guys, you could have met them. I was kind of wanting to focus in these readings on new love, but it is what it is, right? You got journey. So your person's on a journey here. Your life is a sacred gift. They enjoy their life. They make the most of it. They're not all about relationship. It's not a hedonist. This is someone who, yeah, they enjoy their lives. Their life is a journey to them, and they're happy with life. They enjoy it. They like to live their life. They like to make the most of their life. This is someone that seizes the day. Shelter, you are cherished. So this person is going to want to protect you, to shelter you and cherish you. This person is going to want to do the best. Now this could be why that there's a delay. They might not be in the position to do this. So they've got this, they meet you and they're like, I need to take care of shells. Not that I'm saying that you need taken care of, but I'm sure you can do that for yourself, shell. But they've got this protective energy around you. It's really beautiful. Look how Christmassy this card is. Cherish you. And they want to protect you. And they love life. That's a nice combination, right? Tell us more about them. Tell us more about Shell's person here. Tell us more about Shell's person. Oh, that's better. I've been sat on this stool with it at a weird angle, being really uncomfortable on my leg. And that little shift just changed everything. I think that has something to do with this reading. A little shift could change everything. Oh, It could be that they need to make a little shift in their life. King of Pentacles. Got very stable energy, this person. But not enough. Not enough yet for their liking to move ahead with this relationship. Five of Pentacles. So there you go. Leaving. So this is either someone who has leaving you out or leaving the relationship out for now because there's something. This is someone that's got like another focus in their life at the moment. They're either focused on the finances, they're focused on building something up. They're just like, oh, I want to love and protect them, but right now I don't have the energy for that because I'm focused on building this business up or getting this, paying this debt off or something like that. They're focused on another aspect of their lives right now, so they're having to leave you out. And I just heard that, you know, when people say like, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, which tends to be a lie, because that was said to me like before someone punished me, beat me up or something, before violence. That was said to me. Let's call a spade a spade. But I do feel like it's true in this way, is that yes, they could get into this relationship with you now, but they want something really special with you now, or whenever they do. I mean, some of you guys haven't met already. Some of you are in the waiting period between meeting them and them getting this stability. So the stable person, yes, but they're not stable enough yet. They've got a different focus at the moment. And so they're leaving the relationship out, even though it's hurting them too. It's not just leaving you out, they're leaving themselves out as well. Like, this is something that they want. This relationship is something that they want. It's just not right now. Five of Swords, they've got something that's going on that is taking them away from this, that from you, from pursuit of a relationship, from being able to be in this relationship. And the Hermit slid out with that too. So they're having to hold back. They're having to hold back. Or they will have to hold back once you meet. So tell us about this King of Pentacles. They've got a very stable energy there. And you might be going like, they don't feel stable enough, but they seem stable enough to me when you meet them. But they're not. They might portray that image that they're very stable. And they kind of are. They do have a very stable energy. But they still want more. You know, this is someone who loves their life. They're in pursuit of life. It's not just someone who is out to make the best of a bad life kind of thing. They haven't got that energy at all. And so this isn't someone like a hedonist. This isn't like I said that, right? This isn't someone that's just going to get into a relationship because they want to have a lot of sex. And they'll just like find someone that's, you know, good enough for them that they can put up with them. So they can have like a nice life and a home and plenty of sex. It's not that. Your person wants much more than that because they live a rich life. Varied is what I heard as well, a rich and varied life. They're into life. And so they want an excellent relationship. They want to take care of you. So not stable enough for their liking. Because I just wanted to reiterate that, because it's not that they're not stable. Like they are a stable person. This is a good energy person. King of Pentacles. Four of Voices are healing and gaining clarity as well. But they've been through something. They've had to heal from it and gain clarity on it. So your person is going through something here. They're relaxed. Having to take time out. We might be talking about relationships here. They might have they might have had a recent breakup or something. And they're having to heal from that first. Unpick it. Like, how did that happen to me? This isn't someone that wants to rush straight into another relationship and make the same mistake again. And I'm not saying that will happen with you, that same mistake. But they need clarity on it so that it doesn't happen again. They need to know what the hell happened in that relationship first. And it feels to me that that's what they're going through at the moment. So there's this instability. They seem like a very stable person, and they are. They know themselves. They enjoy their life. They've got varied focus in their life. Pretty balanced person, stable. But inside, you know, the turmoil inside, it's like, but am I ready to open up to a relationship? Well, they're still a bit shook from the last relationship, let's put it that way. And so they're still a bit wobbly on the relationship front now. So they're honouring your energy and taking a step back. They honour your energy. So they're like, oh, well, Charlotte is a person that I would want a relationship with. They seem to be uniquely right for me. I want to shelter and protect them. I want to take care of them. I want to take good care of them. I'm not yet ready to do that. So I'm going to have to leave it out, even though it's hurting me. I'm going to have to. It's hurting them too. I have to leave them out. So this could be like a non-starter. This could be weird to you because this could be someone that you met and then it was a non-starter and you might think, well, that's never going to happen. You put them in the past. Oh, wow. Death and the Six of Emotions. The Six of Emotions is the soulmate twin flame card to me. But it's also the card of reminiscing too. They've got a major ending in their life that needs to happen first. And even if your person is out of a relationship, because I'm not particularly picking up that are in a relationship, they haven't tied up the loose ends there. There's still a questioning inside of them. They haven't unpicked that. They don't understand how they got into that in the first place, or they haven't fully healed from it. They're still reminiscing about that. They're still shook by it. They've got to put an end to that first, and so they can't come into this relationship until they've put an end to that first. Now that could mean that they've actually got endings to do in the physical world too. It's like they've been separated for a year but they haven't officially got divorced yet or something like that. It could be something like that. But it feels more like an internal thing to me. It feels like they haven't got the clarity. Just because of this Four of Voices and the King of Swords there, they haven't got the clarity yet from that relationship. You know, if you jump into a swimming pool and you can't swim and you almost drown, and then they pull you out of the swimming pool and you're on the side, say to you, do you want to jump in again? And you go, yeah. You wouldn't just go, yeah. It's like you'd know that you're going to drown again, or you'd presume you still can't swim because it's only just happened. You've got to presume that. And it's the same with relationships too. If you just come out of a relationship that shook you in some way, I'm not saying that the relationship was terrible either, but it shook you in some way. That's why we don't rebound, right? That's why it's not a good idea to rebound from one relationship to another. We need that time. Don't throw ourselves in. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? To throw ourselves into another relationship before we've learned from that past relationship. They're learning from that past relationship of what went on. So as much as they want this relationship with you, they can't do it yet. Abundance. For some of you, this is about them, their money, their financial things. Their finances. It's about maybe the finances took a hit with the loss of this relationship. Maybe they shared a business with this person. Maybe the business just went downhill. Maybe it was a person that wasn't particularly good for them, and when they were with them, the business went downhill. If we're with someone that's not that encouraging, or someone that's kind of manipulative, that can happen. A career or a business has to take a back seat while they're feeling hurt when we're focused on that, and it can have a negative impact on our finances being in certain relationships. And I feel like some of you, it could be that too for them. So they're just trying to, and so your person could be asking themselves now, well, how did I let that happen to me? I was in this relationship and I lost a bit of myself and I lost a lot of my money. How did I let that happen to me? I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. So this isn't like trepidation that you're going to do the same thing, but they do need to make sense of what they've been through before they come in. Otherwise, they're going to project it onto you. They're going to expect you to do the same. They're going to accuse you of doing the same. If they haven't sorted that out first, they're just getting into a relationship with you. They're going to be wary that you just like their ex. So they've got the processing to do still. Five of Swords, chaos, conflict. Why? They're in chaos and conflict at the moment. I don't feel they're showing it. I feel like this is someone that has that stable King of Pentacles vibe about them. That's what they show the rest of the world. They're smiling on the outside. But when they're alone at home, or if they still are in this relationship in whatever way, having to deal with this person, maybe they had children with this person. If they're having to do that, then it might all be behind closed doors, that angst, this chaos and conflict, it might be. But it's certainly stopping them from coming in with a big offer. Again, it's the Pentacles. It could be about the money here. They could be in a financial battle with someone, an ex. It's stopping them. It's stopping them from the big offer thing. So yes, this person is really held back from starting a relationship here. They just know that they can't right now. There's way too much chaos and conflict going on here, and it's not that the chaos and conflict is huge either. It's just it's still too much. It would jeopardize what they can offer you. So ascension and new beginnings. So they need to get themselves out of that first ascension before they can have a new beginning here. So it's a bit of a nightmare for them. Yes, it's hurting them. That's what I was getting. This is hurting them more than it's hurting you. Because it's that crap that's holding them back from the past. So they're just having to deal. So they're having to hold themselves back. They're having to earn it. They're having to avoid you in a way. They're having to avoid you and hold back from you. Otherwise, it's even more painful for them. So you could be fueling them. Ace of Voices. They know the truth of it. They know the truth of it. And so I think that your person knows that they're going to be with you. They know the truth of that. They've got the wisdom there, and they know that not to rush into it now, otherwise it's going to be a mess. So they really are trying to avoid you. They're putting you on the back burner kind of thing. They don't want to say yes and they don't want to say no. They just want to keep you in a holding pattern in a way, avoid you as much as possible, sort this thing out, and move forward with you. They've got a past. You're the present, but then they can't. They've got to keep you for the future. I do feel like you're fueling the sorting this stuff out, this recovery from it, them figuring it out and all of that. I do feel like you are the carrot dangled in front of their nose kind of thing. They're focused on you, but they're trying to avoid you at the same time. I do feel like you've already met this person, right? You're not as single as you think. Your intended is already there. You might know who I'm talking about now. Could have given up on this person. You're like, I thought this was a go, but completely avoiding me. Or maybe not. Or your person could be platonic with you. Doesn't feel like it's been a romantic connection with me. I think you've met. I think you've had the attraction, but I think then they've pulled away. If the crystal stood out to you at all, you might want to watch that as well, because that had a similar kind of a vibe. Did it? Oh, maybe it did. Can't remember. I don't know why I said that. I must have said it for somebody that's watching this. Sometimes there's crossover between these readings, you know. Sometimes I'm picking up, and a lot of you say that sometimes you're all three, sometimes like one resonates more than another. I find that too when I watch other people's pick a card reads. Like this time, this could be a little bit me, and the crystal could be a little bit me as well. I don't think the flower at all. No, not the flower at all. Not this time. So take it as it resonates. Oh, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Right. This is an important message for you. I feel that they've got to this place of acceptance. That they're at where they're at. And they can't move forward on this. And they've just had to accept it and find their peace with that. Not being able to move forward with you yet. But feeling positive about the future with you. and then it transforms. Transform how they feel. So your person could have had angst about this at first, thinking, oh no, Charles gonna, I'm not ready, and Charles gonna run off with someone else, and you could have had angst at first, but I think they're settling into it now. They're just accepting it. Well, I've just got to get this done. Maybe you the same thing as well. You could have had angst if you've already met this person, or once you do meet this person, you could have angst about it. You could be like, why aren't they approaching me? What? Start beating yourself up, like, what's wrong with me? Why? Should I be stepping in here? Should I be like giving them an ultimatum to sort themselves out? No, come to a place of acceptance here. The transformation will happen through acceptance. When you accept the current situation, it just is what it is. There's obviously a reason behind it. It is what it is. And so if you are already in this situation, then do that. Of course, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the deeper dive as well, for much more guidance than that. But you need to accept this situation as it is. There's no changing it at the moment. They're doing what they can to change it, is what I'm getting. But it's certainly going to take time, because it's a healing and a clarity process there. It's more than just sorting out the money. It's also them getting to the bottom of how they got themselves in that situation in the first place. There could be a self-esteem issue behind it. So there could be an in-depth healing process for them to go through first. It's time to give rather than take for you. This is for you. So you might need to give them time. You might need to give them the benefit of the doubt. You might need to allow them to have something else going on in their life that's not you. Priorities. Yes, the person's got different priorities, and it's not that relationship isn't important to them. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. They're trying to sort other people and other things out in their life. They've got different priorities, and as I said, it's not that the relationship with you isn't a priority. It's not that at all. Like I said, with this card, this one here, they really enjoy life, and they're a pretty balanced person, and so they're not just going to even if yours is the right relationship for them, and I feel like it is, they're not just going to throw themselves in and go, well, to hell with my job and my family and my ex and every, my community and all of that. I'm just going to go for this relationship. They're not stupid. Gotta sort stuff out first and then do it. Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So that's where they're at the moment. They're replaying events about their relationship, their past relationship. They're playing that over in the head. They're trying to make sense of it. They're trying to make sense of what's happened, of how they chose it in the first place, of how the finances got as they did in that relationship, of how they gave themselves away, of how they got on a downward spiral in that relationship. They've got to figure that out first. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be a ball and chain around you now. They don't want to get in a relationship with you and then the same thing happen to them again. They want to get... Their life is good. I'm not saying the life is a mess at all. It's not. But it's so good that they're particular about it. They're like, I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to replay this. I don't want it to be a repeat. And so I need to figure that out first. You've got a thinking person here. It's not someone that just dives into things willy-nilly. They're not a spontaneous person. They take the time with stuff. They're very selective about who they have in their lives. And they take the time. Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. There they are, they're protecting you. That's it. We had that out already, didn't we? Yeah, they want to protect you here. So they're protecting you from this. I needed reminding of that. They're protecting you from this. So they are shielding you from it. They're shielding you from this past stuff in their life. Shielding you from their potential of doing the same thing again. So they're figuring it out. Was it something that I did? They're figuring it out. so that they don't do that same thing to you. So they're honoring your energy here. As it said there, they're honoring your energy. They're protecting you from it. They don't want to come in your life. They probably think that you're excellent. They see you as being like ideal for them, unique for them. And so maybe there's a little bit lack of self-esteem in them that are like, oh God, what if I... Well, they don't want to bring you down. And they think right now that they would bring you down if they came into your life, or like soon after they meet you. Depending on whether you met this person or not already, let me know in the comments. Have you met this person? Do you know who I'm on about? They love your body and soul. So this isn't just an attraction to your body, although that is there for sure. Otherwise this card wouldn't come out. To your soul too, so they know that this is a soul connection. Very important connection to them. That's fast. What else? Divine timing and make it God. So they're having to hand it over in a way here to divine timing. It's like they're not in charge of all of it here. Yes, they've got healing stuff to do. Yes, they've got stuff to sort out there. But there's part of it that is divine timing as well. There's part of it that they've got to hand over. There's part of it that's maybe got something to do with an ex making a decision, or they're waiting on something. Could be about the finances too. So it's divine timing thing. I don't know. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So the timing is right for this stuff. It's not a wrongness. It's not like the universe saying you come into each other's lives at the wrong time, you got it wrong, or that they can't be the person for you because it's not flowing immediately. You've got to get out of that mindset that we can have everything straight away, because we can't. There's stuff to go through. Stuff for you to go through as well, and we'll go through that in a deeper dive. So they've got some kind of a surrender going on here because of the divine timing thing there. Okay, let's get a message out from their heart to your heart. What does the heart want to say to your heart? Physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. They want to touch you so much. The Hermit, them having to hold themselves away from you, this is difficult for them. It's more difficult than you think. There's nothing more than they want to love you like this, kiss your hand. They've got so much respect for you and love for you. It's really hard for them not to touch you. They want that union with you so bad. Look at the adoring looks in his eyes there. Wow. And love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. They're noticing something in you, the loving that you need. They want to give you, they want to protect you, they want to take care of you. They want to love you. This person is very intent on loving you. Now the romantic side comes out. They want that security with you. They want that stability with you. I think they're seeing you as that stability already. Wow. This is really powerful. Just with those two cards, it's made me realize like they're really intent on you here. They're going to delight you, but not just yet. Not just yet. So there you go. Wow. Powerful. Read. Shall. So if that sounds like it is your story, or it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for some guidance right now for you. Some guidance for you in this relationship. Other things that you need to know about them and yourself. Dynamics. How to make it work really well. How this might all go down. How are they going to come in then? How is it and when? Let's find out that in the deeper dive. I'll put a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments as well. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. So you need to get your email address right. Otherwise, you're not going to receive it. But if you get your email address right, then the email might end up immediately in your inbox. but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Find your promotions folder. It'll have a lot in there if you're not aware of it. And in that email, there is a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Just click on that shell. You can download that PDF. In that PDF, when you open that up, there's a little bit of writing in there, a little bit of an offer, special voucher for you. But there's also a picture of a video as well. Click on that picture and it will take you to the video. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video. Click that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do 3 pick a card reads a week. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, which I'd love to see you in. And I do the daily energy updates as well. If you're interested in all of that, click that subscribe button and the notification bell. And leave a comment as well. I'd love to know if you've met this person already, or if this is a future thing. In which case you can kind of be prepared for it, right? That it's not going to be go, go, go straight away. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you're not coming with me to this deeper dive, then good luck with this relationship. And if you are coming with me, I'll see you very shortly in there. Bye.